Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. First of all, Eid Mubarak to all my red brethren and the red brotherhood all across the globe. I hope Allah accepts our worship and forgive our mistakes. And inshallah, in this month of mercy and forgiveness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestows us His mercy. And of course, all our prayers are with all the oppressed people all across the globe, especially in Palestine and everywhere else as well, all across the world. People in pain, people in suffering. So all our wishes and prayers for them as well. This is the red prep, and we're building up to Manchester United taking on Bournemouth FC at the Vitality Stadium. A tough away fixture for United. Every fixture is tough, especially against Bournemouth team who outclassed us and outpassed us and outfought us at our own home, at our own yard, at Old Trafford in December. I think this match will be no different from that match because the patterns of play for both the teams have remained the same. Over the last 6 matches or last couple of months, they have been consistent with results apart from their last match, which was a away loss at Luton. So they'll be disappointed with that. But it was a close loss. For Manchester United, obviously, they drew against Liverpool, and before that, they lost in injury time to Chelsea, and also drew to Brentford in the final minutes of the game there as well. So United have been conceding a lot of goals, late goals, in the Fergie time or the reverse Fergie time for United this time around. And that's a shame because they haven't been playing well. But even when they have been getting those fortunate breaks and getting those goals on the counter attack, they haven't been able to hold on to those leads and straight away are conceding goals, equalizer, even winner. So that'll be a concern for Manchester United. Coming to head overall, United have been the dominant side, which is expected. But Bournemouth outclassed us in the last fixture under this manager, IRAOLA. They have been exciting to watch. And against Manchester United, they ripped through our midfield, got the early goal of SOLANKE, and obviously Billing getting the and another goal by CASEMIRO. I think in the end they had another goal cancelled out right at the end of the match. Ojara. I thought that was a bit harsh for them. It was given a handball, but there was no intention behind that. But overall, I think they deserved 4 or 5 goal victory easily, and they'll take a lot of confidence from that. Like I said, they've been in a good vein of form, a rich vein of form. Recently, over the last 6 fixtures, they've only lost one, which was the last fixture, which was away from the Vitality at Luton. So they'll take a lot of confidence from their own performances and obviously the reverse fixture earlier in the season. In terms of style of play, Bournemouth play a lot of long balls, obviously considering the top goal scorer and the main threat is Dominic Solanke, ex-Liverpool academy graduate. He's been in stunning form. There have been a lot of rumors around his prospective transfer to a club like Tottenham or even Manchester United have been booted. I think his overall game has been impressive even without the goals. He's got 16 goals, but even without the goals, his build-up play, his movement behind the defensive line has been exceptional. Even against and I think he'll continue to do that on Sunday, and I think it'll be a tough fixture and a tough matchup for Harry Maguire or Willy Kambola if he's the one who's picked. And I think United will have to vary of him. They have other threats as well. Semenyo, Clive has done well recently. They've got Tyler Adams in the January transfer window, so they've got a good, decent side. Christie is another player. It'll be a tough task for Manchester United to keep them out. Both the sides have scored identical amount of goals, 45. They've conceded a bit more than us, but considering our places are separated by 6 positions in the table, I don't think that is true representation of the quality of football for both the sides and both the teams and both the managers, definitely. Coming to the Injured, of course, we discussed Dominic Solanke. He's got 16 goals. Semenyo has also got 7 goals. Tavernier and Christie also have a good strike on them, and they've also scored. Christie has certainly been one of the most creative players they have in terms of providing assists and pre-assists. In midfield, they've got Lewis Cook, also who does the cleanup job. He did exceptionally well. He got the assist for the first goal for Solanke in the reverse fixture as well. They've got Tyler Adams, and he's come in. I'm not sure if he's fit for this match, but sadly he's added more strength to the midfield. In terms of the winger, they've got Semenyo, also Ojara, who only played a few minutes against us. I think he's a danger man as well. In defense, they've got Zabani, who's been consistent. Stephen Kelly is back. He didn't play against us in the reverse fixture, but he's the rock at the back. In terms of fullback, obviously Adam Smith is a veteran at the club. At left back, Kirkus has done well, and he'll be a threat as well, bombing up and down that wing. Neto, the club captain, has been a consistent performer for them. He's a balanced goalkeeper in terms of building from the back, also in terms of shot stopping. He's consistent and seldom makes any kind of howlers or clangers. So they'll be a threat, and all through the pitch, they have players who are in good form and they've been consistent throughout the season. Obviously, United have the work cut out for them, and it'll be interesting if Eric Ten Hag can not just stifle them but also dominate possession, which we weren't able to do against them at home, especially considering that Varane will be out for this match, and with Maguire will definitely play a low block. It'll be interesting how United line up on Sunday against them. Let's move to the tactical board and break down the prospective lineups and football structures for both the teams. Coming to Manchester United, it's the same 4-2-3-1, which turns into a 3-1-6 when we attack. Without any rationality, any logic, I think we'll be dominated again. I think with the injuries in the defense, Maguire and Kambwala are certainty. Casemiro obviously is fit, so he'll start with Menu, and Fernandes will definitely play ahead of them. I can see Rashford staying dropped and Garnacho and Anthony to start. They played decently against Liverpool, so I think they should start. But I won't be surprised if Rashford is brought into this match and Anthony is relegated to the bench. So Eric Ten Hag doesn't believe in meritocracy, and he's got his favorites, and he definitely die on that sword with the likes of Bruno and Rashford. So I think that will be United. Coming to Bournemouth, they'll also play the same formation 4-2-3-1, but obviously they're a lot more industrious. They're a lot more organized in the midfield, and obviously their fullback also get involved in the attacking play like Smith and Kirkus, which I think will be a threat for us. I think Tavernier is a danger man, and Semenyo didn't have a good game at Old Trafford, but overall I think he's been in great form, and he's shown over the length of the season that he's got the quality to trouble any defense, especially fullbacks like Dalot who struggle with tricky wingers. The main threat is Solanke, who's great at holding the ball. He's a sharpshooter in the box, he's clinical, and he's got the pace to obviously trouble someone like Maguire. He's definitely play in these channels and try to get behind, distract defenders and push them back. So there is a lot more room because we play with this strange 3-1-6 formation. I think with Casemiro, the only screen the likes of Clive, Tavernier and Semenyo finding channels and also spaces in midfield will trouble us, and even the likes of Christie, who is great at dribbling with the ball and is a smart little player and is great at 1-2s and slipping through balls behind the defense. I think that'll be danger for us. Obviously they'll push up. They're not afraid of playing with a high line, especially at home. I think they'll try to compress our play and try to restrict us when we're trying to build from the back with the likes of Maguire, Kamwala, and Onana, and try to get those turnovers and those defensive mistakes from us, quite deep in our own box, and then attack straight away. They'll use that as a method of chance creation, definitely, like they did at Old Trafford. I think they've also got the likes of Billing to bring on, like they did in the reverse fixture. He's a threat aerially, also on the ground. He's good in terms of linking up play, so they can obviously attack us in myriad ways. I think United will do well to keep a clean sheet. I don't have any confidence in United to keep a clean sheet. In terms of attack, I think HOJLUND has been a disappointment, a big disappointment, and I think there's a lot of foibles and frailties in his game, and he's been exposed quite patently over the last couple of fixtures. So I don't have much hope from Manchester United, but obviously on the counter attack they can get a goal, and with Menu and Garnacho and Anthony also, who can commit defenders and go past them if need be. The only thing that I'm afraid of that United might concede their early goal, and then the heads might drop, and then we might capitulate and concede 2 more or 3 more goals, and then it'll be a long day, a tough day for the players as well as the fans traveling to the Vitality on Sunday. Honestly, this almost seems like a dead rubber. Obviously, mathematically, we are still in the race for that top 5 position. We are 11 points behind, and certainly in terms of our our form and our football. We are, eons behind Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. This could be the final nail in the coffin if we go behind like 12 points with 6 matches to go. It'll be even more difficult. I definitely think we're out of the race. Spurs have a tough fixture list, and they'll have some. I think on a trot they play against Arsenal, Liverpool, a couple of more matches, difficult matches for them. But if you look into the mirror, I'm not confident we're going to win against any side, let alone a tough Bournemouth side who convincingly, outclass us in the reverse fixture. Bournemouth away is a must-win if we have to keep a foot in that race, and also to hope that Spurs do what Spurs do and capitulate at the pressure end. The Villa also are in a completely new situation. They haven't played in the Champions League, and it'll get tougher for them when the finishing line comes inside. So for both the sides, they can choke, and they've shown within the season that they can choke. But I'm not sure about our own ability to get the wins that we require. Possibly we'll have to win all our remaining fixtures. The standout one will be the Arsenal fixture at Old Trafford. We definitely don't want Arsenal to win the league again at Old Trafford, and that'll be tragic. But certainly, I don't expect anything from this team, especially after handing the treble to Manchester City last season. If it depends on us, I think we might actually be responsible for handing Arsenal the league come the end of the season. Inshallah, we'll get a victory, and certainly we'll be back with the Red Dissection episode after the match. Please join us for that. Until then, take care, do good, pray for Palestinians, all the oppressed people all across the globe. Assalamu alaikum.